What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Rusty's Speed and Custom. Yeah. What am I supposed to say here? What do I do with my hands? We are working on the Chevy 2 again. I'm trying to stay locked in on this thing and get it moving under its own power sooner rather than later. Oh gosh, little sun glare, it's fine. Today we're gonna dive into the last thing that I've been dreading working on. So hopefully the rest of it's kind of smooth-ish sailing. I know it's not gonna be smooth, but smooth-ish is what we're going for. So we are gonna work on getting the shifter put in. I think this might be a multi-day process because I got a work thing I got to do today in the middle of the day, so I don't have a full day to work on it. But I did get a little bit of it. Oh gosh, don't mind the sun, it's fine. I got a little bit of a head start the other day when I got home from work and I pulled the carpet out. Unfortunately, the floor's a little, you know, she's ventilated. So, to be honest, I knew that just looking underneath. Might be slightly worse than I thought it was. So, you know, it is what it is. Well, I kind of already knew I was going to put floor pans in it at some point. So, yeah, we'll worry about that later. Today's goal is I want to clean this floor up the best I can and put some rust repair in a can, also known as spray paint, on it. And then I'm going to get the tunnel area cut out where I know it needs to be cut out. And then we'll just see how far we can getting that shifter put in and stuff. Yeah, I would love to get it done today. I don't think it's possible, so this video is probably going to carry into a couple days, but we gotta do it, right? And once we get this done, we're literally down to like aligning the front end and putting shocks in and building an exhaust and then trying to fire the motor up. So this is really the last major hurdle that I foresee, unless that motor's blowed up. You never know. Anyway, I'm gonna quit running my mouth and maybe I'll put you guys on time lapse or something. I'm gonna try and wire wheel this floor a little bit and get some coating on it, and then we'll cut that tunnel out and I'll check in with you then. Thanks for coming by. Like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. That's fine too. See you in a minute. Hey, well, I've been, you know, watching paint dry and laying out measurements, trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this cutout in the tunnel, and I'm gonna show you what I came up with. I didn't really show the process because I'm making it up as I go, but shut up, you stupid birds. Anyway, let me show you what I've got so far, and then I'm gonna cut it out. And ultimately it's metal, so if it's not right, we'll put some back or we'll take some more out, or would, I don't know. We'll see. Let me show you what I got though. So, I don't know if you can see my marks around here. The key here is to not overcomplicate things, right? So I took a tape measure. There's like a pinch weld over there at the rocker, and I just measured to the center, and then I just did the same thing from the other side to here. I should say I found center that way, just making sure it's the same measurement from both sides. Now as you travel down this, it changes, the angle changes, plus the radius changes. Basically everything that can make it complicated changes. So you can probably see I had multiple marks, and that's because I kind of checked it in a few places to make sure I was staying on center. And then for no particular reason, I did 4 inches off center both directions. So all I did, it's a little harder to do while filming, but all I did is set that on 4 inches and just roll this, and I made a mark. As long as you keep this steady as you do that, it's gonna get you pretty close. Then you can do the same thing. I actually did it here. Same thing, 4 inches. Did that on both sides. As you can see, it looks really not even, but that's because the floor is so much different on both sides. It's got a real sharp angle on this side, and a real like gentle slope on this side. And I'm also kind of guessing, I looked under the car to figure out where I thought the shifter was going to land. I might be in the wrong spot. I don't know yet. I hope not, but like I said, it's just sheet metal. We're gonna have sheet metal back in around that welder anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll get it figured out. But this is gonna give me a starting point. Oh, this is going as bad as I thought it might. I blacked out for a minute, and now I have a giant hole in the floor. So, let me show you that, I guess. And here's where I'm at. I completely whiffed it on this first cut. I don't know, I guess I don't know. My brain just decided to clock out today, I guess. I don't know. And then I wanted to not cut any of this, but it's virtually impossible. If you can see, maybe I had to even bend this out just to clear the reverse shift arm. I had to cut way further back on the tunnel. Yeah, it is I really did not expect to have to go this far, but if you learn anything from this video, if you want to use a Vega 4-speed and Vega 4-speed shifter in a Chevy 2, be prepared to rebuild the tunnel. So it looks really rough right now, even to me, but I do think it'll come out okay. Not good, but okay. First thing I gotta do is I gotta start working on figuring out mounting the actual shifter itself, which I think I'm gonna, oh, my camera's about to die, but let me see if I can show you. That Vegas shifter actually bolts to the floor, not the transmission. So if we come over here to, okay, battery died, called it. Anyway, if we come over to our scrap bin over here, I got some of this strap. Let's see, what is that, 8 by 1.5 inch strap. I think I'm gonna try and bend a couple pieces of this, and these will get welded to the floor, and then the shifter will bolt to this, and then we'll sheet metal around all of it. I think it's kind of my plan, because I want the shifter to be pretty stout. So yeah, we'll probably drill the floor. We'll make those run under the floor, drill the floor, plug weld it, or spot weld it, whatever you want to call it, and then we'll do all sheet metal work after that. Unfortunately, it's getting close to time for me to have to leave, or at least get cleaned up. So we'll see how far I can get. I'll show you what I can. It looks like a big mess, but it'll be fine. Unfortunately, the carpet's gonna fit like garbage once I'm done, but it was kind of garbage anyway. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna get to work because I got a lot of it to do. I thought this was going pretty smoothly until it wasn't. Yeah, but we're gonna wing ding some measurements here. Yes, I said wing ding. We gotta hold this up a little bit, make sure all of our shift rods are in place. I'm not sure if this thing's supposed to be level or how much that matters. We're gonna have to play with that once we get close, unfortunately, because I got to be able to hold it in place and see if it's going to shift through the gears. Wish I had a better way to do this. That looks like four inches. We're gonna have to go 5 inches across. So we'll start with making that by, well, it only needs to be like 2 inches across, really, there, and then we can angle it out to be about 5 inches, and we're gonna make the legs about 5 inches long. So 5, 5, and 2 will be 12. We'll make it 13 inches long. We'll make a piece. Can you guys, what are you guys looking at? I don't know if you saw any of the measurements, but I'm basically just trying to get a rough height and kind of layout for this bar that I'm gonna make. So it looks like if I make it stick up about 4 inches off the floor, it should be okay. And then it needs to be wide enough to go over the mounting portion. And then it's got to fit the opening that I have here. So none of that probably makes sense, but maybe when you see it, it will. Or maybe not. Who knows? Let's go out there, see if we can't make something. Oh. Beep, 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 beep. This is why I've been putting this off. Just hasn't really been something I've been looking forward to. But we also got this sheet of sheet metal. Hopefully, I thought for sure I had enough to make what I needed, but I'm starting to question that now. It is what it is. I'm gonna guess my Harbor Freight brake press is not gonna bend this. What do I need? So we're gonna go 13 inches. We're gonna go right in the center of that, 6.5, and we're gonna go 1 inch from either side of that is gonna be our bends. Our hole should line up right there in the middle of that. So that gives us 5.5 inch legs. Hopefully that's enough. I'm going to mark all of these all the way across so I have a good line to bend on. We'll see how that goes. Little cutty cut action. Now we gotta figure out how to bend this, because this stuff's pretty thick. Thick. It's a thick boy. Haha. Oh yeah. Show band. I know it seems like I'm taking all the strength out of it, but we'll go back and weld those corners and she'll be good. I'm just kind of eyeballing this to start with. You probably want to watch this, not my face. That's probably too much. Yep. So, see if we can take a little bit of wind out of it without breaking it. Why is it all coming out of? Where you guys listen. It's hot. see where we're at. We're 5 inches right there, and that's about 4 inches down. So that should, you guys probably can't see nothing. I ain't no good at filming, as you guys probably know. But this, we'll go try it in the car and see where we end up. But yeah, we'll weld those corners back up and it'll be fine. I did see that Harbor Freight came out with the brake press thing for their hydraulic press, so that's on my want list. Don't tell my wife, she's already tired of my Harbor Freight purchases. So this go down something like that. Probably can't see, it's fine. And this has to go over that. Okay, that might work. That might work. We might be onto something. Not sure how I'm going to transfer that bolt hole yet, but we'll figure it out. Okay, I need I need to put an automatic in the car. That would be nice. I'm not getting frustrated, you're getting frustrated. I need a pair of vice grips or something. Let's see if this is gonna work. Ah, everything's in my way. I'm not gonna tell you guys how long it's been. I had to go do my work thing. I came back and I've just been cranking away trying to figure this out. I've been through several renditions of how to do this, and I don't know that I have the best one, but I have the one that's probably gonna be what I'm gonna use. So I figured I'd show that to you. I'm pretty much at the point where I gotta pull the shifter out one more time, drill some holes, and then I'll show you the mounting supports I made, and then we gotta start sheet metaling over stuff. I don't know how much further I'm gonna get today because it's already like, I don't know, 3:30 or something, so I only got a couple more hours. But I kind of figured this would be a 2-day job minimum, so that's what it's gonna be. But without further ado, let me show you this mess I have going on. It's all held together with vice grips, so don't be surprised by that. But it's gonna be very hard for me to effectively show you, but can you see? This is gonna be the hardest part for me to demonstrate. So I had to do a bunch of modification back here to get the shifter to work, because as you can see, it's up against the seat. Like the body of the shifter is up against the seat. And this is I made this bar to go across here. And I had, if you remember, I had one going across here for the back, and it's not gonna work. There's just not enough room. What I ended up doing, you'll see it in a minute. I bent the tab down for the rear mount of the shifter, and I made a piece to go basically from the top of the tunnel, comes out and up, and it that bolt's now at like a, I don't know, it's at an angle instead of being flat with the shifter. None of that's gonna make sense, but at some point you'll see it and you'll understand. So what I'm gonna do right now is I've got it all clamped together. I can actually just with the vice grips on it, just with the vice grips on it, it'll shift. So and actually the only good news so far is I don't have to do anything with the shifter itself. It's set up high enough over the transmission that I got room there, and obviously as you can see I can't move the seat up anyway, so that's as much room as I'm gonna have. And I actually I feel like it's in a pretty good spot. Could it be better? Yes. Could I use the actual parts for this car? Yes. Do I have the budget? No. So we're doing 18 times as much work because I don't want to spend $1,000 on a shifter. Anyway, I'm gonna strategically remove the shifter and try and leave those mounting brackets in place so I can mark them and drill them. Picked up some of these bad boys. I've never seen these before. I just seen them in the store the other day. I knew they were coming out. It's a Black Rifle coffee energy drink. That's a new problem for me because I'm already addicted to caffeine and I'm already addicted to Black Rifle coffee. So if you see me like twitching, I could get one of these going or something, or my hands get real shaky, this is why. Thank you, Black Rifle. Okay, we got our contraption out of here. Maybe now you can see this rear bracket used to come straight out. I bent it at an angle, and this is going to weld to the tunnel to give it support in the back. But for now, we just need to try and mark this. Then we will do the same here. Do the same there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drill those holes real quick. Probably get that bolted together. And then we'll get it put back in the car. Maybe.
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, just kidding. It's me. Haha. So, shifter is basically in. No vice grips, and it's doing the thing. So that's pretty neat, I guess. This is that bracket I made for the back. I went back and threw a weld right there because I sliced it to bend it. I need to do the same here and there. There's just a couple spot welds that I drilled through the floor and spot welded this bracket to the floor. This side, this is all rust right here. Like this whole area, pretty much. All this is super thin, rusty metal. So obviously it's not gonna weld good. So I got some big old boogers on there. That'd be fine. I'm gonna come back and add a little bit more weld to this. Maybe one across the back. I'm trying not to completely melt the carpet. But, yeah. This is quite the mess. I would say, generally speaking, I wouldn't do this again. I'm not. I think the final product's gonna look okay-ish. Having that big bump in the floor is gonna look terrible no matter what, but yeah, it sucks. I don't recommend using this shifter. Well, like I said, we're using what we got, and I would feel bad about cutting the floor up this bad, but this thing is very, very thin. So, it is what it is. We're going to make it work, and we're going to have a good time with it. Once it's done, I probably won't ever think about it again. But, until then, I'm going to sit here and wonder if I need to do something to make this look better. Actually, just sitting here looking at it, I kind of want to make a piece to go in here and then cut this square corner off, just so it's not so big and bulky. And I was worried about the clearance on these shift rods over here, but I think we could probably do something in here too. I don't know. We'll see. I'm honestly probably going to work on that right now, because if I leave it the way it is, it's going to bug me. The only problem is the shift boot. But I don't know. We'll have to figure something out with that, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing a bad job of videoing all this stuff because I don't know. I don't have a good reason, other than I'm trying to be in a hurry, and I just want this done so I can get on the cool stuff, like driving this hot rod. I'm currently having an issue with the shifter. I actually need to figure that out before I go too much further. It does first through fourth fine. I can't get it to engage reverse. So I don't know if when I took this shifter apart I screwed something up. I don't know. I actually need to fool with that before I go any further, because I don't want to finalize all this and find out that shifter is fudged. Woo! Okay, we got a shifter. So there's like a, I don't know how to explain it. There's like a gate in the shifter that, because I mounted it at a little bit different angle than how it would have been factory. it wasn't letting it go in reverse. So all I had to do was completely disassemble it and fix that. But we notched it a little bit. She's fine. She's working. So that's as far as I'm gonna get for a day. Yeah, I'm just out of time. But we did do pretty good. I'm pretty happy that we got this kind of mapped out of where it's gonna be. I'm gonna sit here and play with my shifter. Anyway, I'm happy with where we got. Like I said, I don't think this will be the end of this video. I'll probably try and get the sheet metal work done next week and see if I can't put this all in one video. But you know, just steady trying to make progress on this thing. I'm gonna go in right after I clean up my mess and try to order a shift knob and the proper clips for the shift linkages, because I had some and I don't know what I've done with them. I'm an idiot. So I'll have to order some of them, but I'll get that stuff coming, and hopefully by the end of this video we have it all wrapped up. For the record, I'm not really super happy with how it's coming out. It's just so big and bulky, and the carpet's not going to fit good at all. But it is what it is. It's going to work. It's gonna get the job done. The tunnel was rusty anyway, which is a justification for myself for cutting it all to pieces. And yeah, we're gonna let it ride. If this is the end of the video, thanks for watching, and the next one will get it done. If it's not the end of the video, I'll see you right now.